Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, what a magical game. I have always wanted to play this game ever since I watched Game Grumps do a playthrough of the game. It looked so fun and intriguing to me, and I always said that I will eventually get a hold of the game and play it for myself. Well, I never had a GameCube or a Wii as a kid, so it wasn't until 2021 whenever I could actually play the game. In early 2023, Sonny shared a post from our local retro game store in our group chat, and he said they had the Thousand Year Door. I remember being overtaken with joy at work, and the very next morning I went to the store and I bought it for, I believe, $120. Now, was it worth paying that price tag? According to my family, absolutely not. But according to me, I couldn't resist! I have never seen the game in person before. The case was in good condition, and it even came with the instruction manual. So that definitely made it worth it, right? I was just happy that I finally could say that I owned the game, and a couple months down the road, I played it to completion. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door was announced at the Game Developers Conference in 2003. It was announced to be a direct sequel to the original Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64. At E3 2004, players got to play through Hooktail Castle and a Bowser bonus level. The game was released on the Nintendo GameCube here in North America on October 11, 2004. The game was a success, selling 1.23 million copies, and with the GameCube itself only selling about 13 million units here in North America, that makes that sales number even more impressive. Reviews of the game were highly positive, some calling it the best Mario RPG ever made. The game is considered the pinnacle of the Paper Mario series by most fans, and with the game getting a remaster for the Nintendo Switch, I would say that Nintendo agrees with the fans. The Thousand Year Door was the game for the GameCube in 2004, and it later became a part of the Player's Choice line on the console. Our story begins in Rogueport, where Princess Peach has found a treasure map from a strange salesman. She mails the map to Mario, asking him to come, and before Mario makes it to the city, Peach is kidnapped by the X-Nauts, led by Lord Grotus. Mario is jumped by the X-Nauts as well, and Goombella helps him defeat them. Goombella takes Mario to Professor Franklin, who explains that the map Peach gave to him can give him the location of the Crystal Stars, which will unlock the Thousand Year Door deep underneath the city. Mario sets off on the treacherous journey to collect the Crystal Stars. Meanwhile, Peach is being held by the X-Nauts in their secret base. She is treated well for being a damsel in distress, and later on she finds herself being helped out by an AI named Tech. Tech reveals to Peach that it has fallen in love with her, although it doesn't really understand what this feeling is. Peach helps Tech understand this feeling in return for sending Mario emails regarding what she finds out about the X-Nauts' plans. Bowser learns about the Crystal Stars and seeks them out for himself with no avail, being the comic relief of the story. Peach learns that the fabled treasure behind the Thousand Year Door is the Shadow Queen, a f***ing demon who Grotus believes that he can control and conquer the world with. But, it's a f***ing demon! He plans on using Peach as the vessel for the Queen to be resurrected into, and he escapes the secret moon base with the princess before Mario and his allies can reach her. Now, having all the Crystal Stars, Mario opens the Thousand Year Door and traverses the ancient city to reach Lord Grotus and Princess Peach before it's too late. Too late, because Peach has been possessed by the Shadow Queen, and she smites Lord Grotus for even thinking that he could control her. You go girl, slay! With the power of the Crystal Stars, Mario performs an exorcism on the Shadow Queen, and defeats her once and for all. The game ends with Mario and Peach returning to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Goombella writing a letter to Mario, telling him how the gang's all doing and invites him to come back anytime. Rogueport serves as the game's hub world, and it has many different secrets and paths that lead to the other areas of the game. The game is broken down into 8 chapters and a prologue that you can play through. Each chapter mainly takes place in one of the other areas in the game, each filled with their own characters, plots, and puzzles that you have to deal with to get to the Crystal Star in that area. Getting all the Crystal Stars will allow you to open the Thousand Year Door and play the 8th chapter, which was honestly pretty difficult for me. Every area of the game is so memorable to me, and it made the world feel so alive. You have Petal Meadows and Petalburg, a lovely area that has been in fear of Hooktail, a dragon that resides in her castle in the area. Next is Boggly Woods and the Great Tree, which honestly gave me Pikmin vibes by using the punies to complete various puzzles in the tree. Take a vacation to Glitzville and the Glitz Pit, where you enter the fighting scene to become the champion and to uncover the dark plot of the Grubba Man himself. Enter Twilight Town and Creepy Steeple, a town that has been cursed with its people slowly turning into pigs by a mysterious ghost who shall not be named. Next is Keelhaul Key and Pirate's Grotto. Mario becomes a pirate and seeks to find the treasure of the fabled pirate Cortez. All aboard the XS Express, where you get to be a detective on the long trade ride to Poshley Heights. Venture out to the very cold Far Outpost, where you get to be shot out of a giant cannon onto the moon, where you find the X-Naut's secret base. Enter the Thousand-Year Door to traverse the Palace of Shadow, the ancient city destroyed by the Shadow Queen, and have the fight of your life. Mario gains several allies along his journey, which assist you in battle and help you progress through the story. First is Goombella, who is a nerdy Goomba who has the hots for Mario. Koops, a Koopa Trippa who gains the confidence of his father that he thought died to Hooktail. Flurry, a wind spirit that craves the life of an actress on the Broadway stage. Chef Bass, a Baby Yoshi, who becomes your tag team partner in the Glitz Pit after you save it from becoming scrambled eggs. Vivian, a former Shadow Sister who joins you after you show her kindness and mercy. Admiral Bobbery, an old Bob-omb sailor who is torn between his love of the high seas and his wife, who grew sick and died while he was on the seas. And as an optional ally, Miss Mouse, a thieving mouse who is always on the hunt for treasure. Each ally has their own unique moves that can help Mario defeat certain enemies with ease. They can also help Mario complete certain puzzles and to break into certain areas. You can also swap them out anytime in the menu to have the right ally at the right time. The story's prominence of the allies and just how fun each of them are really make the journey more exciting and is one of my favorite parts of the game. As an RPG, there are many encounters in the game where you have to battle enemies. You can get the jump on your foes to get the first strike in battle. However, your enemies can do the same. Also be mindful of what attacks you use, as some attacks will be ineffective against certain enemies, and Mario can even get injured by using a jump on a spiked enemy, for example. Attacking and defending are greatly enhanced by timing button presses. For example, when you hit B at the right moment during a defense, Mario will deal a little damage to the enemy. You control Mario and whatever ally you brought into this mess by giving them action commands, using items, and swapping out partners. You have heart points, flower points, and special points. Heart points is how much health your character has. If this drops to 0, then you are dead. Flower points allow you to do more moves than your standard attacks, although the moves will cost you flower points to use. Special points allow you to use moves provided by the crystal stars. Every crystal star you earn, you will unlock a new special move, and you can earn more special points in battle. The combat is turn-based, and you are fighting in front of a live studio audience. The audience can help you earn special points and can even help you out by giving you items. However, if you piss them off, which is pretty easy to do in this day and age, am I right? They will throw objects at you that will do damage. Your audience will grow as you grow stronger. So you start out with a max of 50 audience members to a max of 200. Also, anything can go wrong on stage. So sometimes parts of the stage will fall onto you and your ally, or the enemies you are battling. So, balanced? These two mechanics here are really neat. There is also a little bingo happening as well. It is random whenever the first two cards match, but when they do, you will get a chance to get the last one to match. All mushrooms replenish your heart points to max. All flowers replenish your flower points to max. All stars replenish your special points to max. All shine sprites is the ultimate bingo, as it replenishes all your points to max, and it brings in more audience members. All poison mushrooms is what you want to avoid, as it will cut all your points in half and all your audience members will leave. If you manage to win the battle, you are rewarded with star points. Every 100 star points you earn, you level up, and then you get to choose if you want to upgrade your heart points, your flower points, or your badge points. Just like the first game, you can earn badges that can help you in various ways on and off the battlefield. You can find badges hidden in the overworld, buying them from various merchants, or even from battle. You can get items in the game to help you out in battle and to replenish health outside of battle. You can buy these items in various shops or from finding them hidden in the overworld. You can also cook items to make items stronger, but I never did this myself, but it is incredibly helpful to get better effects while saving your coins. If you hear a mysterious voice from a chest asking you to find a black key to set them free, you ignore it and continue on with your day. Or blow it up if you're into that sort of thing. But Mario is a nice guy, so he opens the chest and a ghost appears in front of him and gives him an evil curse. Let's put curse in quotations here, because these abilities are actually very helpful to traverse the world and to complete various puzzles. You could turn into a paper airplane to fly, become super thin to get into tight places, roll up into a tube to roll through slots, and to turn into a paper boat to float on the water and to lure kids to reach their hands into the sewers to feed yourself. Again, if you're into that sort of thing. In between the chapters, you get to play as Peach, wandering around the X-Naut's secret base, doing tasks that Tech asks you to do, and to uncover the X-Naut's plans. You also get to play as Bowser in platformer sections, where you get to enjoy having great power, but never get to have any great responsibility, as he is treated as the comic relief in this game. Shine sprites from Super Mario Sunshine return in this game, and they are hidden throughout the overworld. If you want to make your adventure easier, collecting shine sprites will allow you to upgrade your partners via Merlin's magical powers. These will upgrade their health, and also give them another ability to use in battle. Hidden in the Rogueport sewers is Chet Rippo, who can swap around your stats for the cost of 39 coins. In my playthrough of the game, I got my badge points upgraded into the 60s, and after I got my ass kicked to the Shadow Queen 4 or 5 times, I realized that this was a terrible idea. But luckily, I found Chet Rippo in the sewers, got all of my stats changed up, went back to the Shadow Queen, kicked her ass, and then I was almost late to work that day, but you know what? It was totally worth it. You can also find Merly in the sewers, where if you pay her coins for her services, she can help you out in battle or help in the overworld. Man, there are so many cool magicians in this game. I wish our sewers had cool magicians in them.
I've been expecting you, traveler. Have you come for the goods?
Yes.
Be careful, for they have a great price. Here you go. Use it wisely. Thanks for shopping.
In the overworld, you can find star pieces that you can trade to Dazzle in the sewers for various badges. The Trouble Center in Rogueport is where you can help out the townsfolk with their troubles and get rewarded for your efforts. You can unlock Miss Mouse as an ally by doing a specific task from the Trouble Center. Near the Thousand-Year Door, you will find a pipe that will lead you to the Pit of 100 Trials. This is a 100-floor gauntlet, where the farther down you go, the more difficult the enemies are. At the bottom, you come face to face with Bonetail, the long-lost relative to Hooktail and Gloomtail. You earn the return postage badge for completing the pit. In Keelhaul Key, you find this mole that you can play whack-a-mole with to get yourself a whack-a-bump, an item that replenishes 25 heart points and 25 flower points. These were honestly very useful to me in Chapter 5 and the chapters that followed. This game is truly how you make a Paper Mario game. Many fans consider The Thousand-Year Door to be the last good game of the series. The other games that followed stripped many of the features of this game in favor of being an action-adventure series rather than the turn-based RPG style that proved to work well in this game and its predecessor. Fans of the series and game critics ridiculed the later games in the franchise for their lack of storytelling and for feeling hollow in their mechanics. Paper Mario the Origami King on the Switch was a step in the right direction, but still did not live up to the legacy of the first two titles in the series. Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door is often considered in top RPG of all time discussions, and it definitely gave the GameCube another killer title to its amazing lineup of first-party titles. With Super Mario RPG getting a remake on the Switch this year, and the Thousand-Year Door getting a remaster on the Switch in 2024, hopefully, maybe this is a sign that we will get a new Paper Mario game that can finally be as great or better than the Thousand-Year Door. I absolutely adore this game, and I am so happy that I finally got to play this game and experience it for myself. This game has an amazing story, interesting characters, fun twists and turns, and is overall an amazing RPG experience. This game is definitely up there on my list of favorite games, and the impact that it made on my gaming career is one that I will always cherish. Maybe I'll give the original game a shot at some point, or hell, maybe even play other RPG series like Fire Emblem or the Xeno series of games. One of these days. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt that Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door is my favorite RPG of all time. Now, I heard a story that there is treasure hidden deep underneath of my own town. Maybe I can take what I learned from this game and get an amazing treasure. Come on!
Son of a bitch!
You know, maybe I should do it.